Good morning, Grand Rising. I see I have some people in here already. La Regina Patrizia, Grand Rising. I don't know if you still here. You said, just in case I'm on the subway and I can't watch. I say, no, not in the fullest sense. You said, I am pro interracial, but those relationships don't build the black community. And the wealth leaves the black community when the black spouse passes away. Right. Men don't agree, but that's my opinion. Right, sis. Glitches over bitches. That name makes me laugh every time. Hell no. And fake people be trying to be, no, they can't. And it goes for the men and women. If they mix, just like Tariq wife, a mixed breed, white mothers can't make black babies. You need a black womb and also woman. You can't date out. Malcolm and Garvey laid it out pretty clear. You need a straight up date black African, black love only. Right. Thank you for that. Grand Rising. All right. So really quickly, I just want to show y'all something. Prisoner Foundation, what's going on? Sincere cracking up. Thank you for tuning in. Do y'all see this title? Let me see if I can show. I want y'all to hear. Oh, this is your first time here. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I definitely welcome you to Goddess Masterpiece channel. I know it's early, but I was scrolling through YouTube this morning when I woke up, right? And I see Brandon Tatum made a video. And the title of the video, I know a lot of people like to ignore him, but this is going too far. The title is 1921 Tulsa Massacre Was a Big Lie. I need a minute because that's crazy. How you gonna say Tulsa was a big lie? Even if that's clickbait, you're feeding into these white supremacists. And that's why I put his picture up. To basically say, hell no, you can't be pro-black. Obviously. Look at Brandon Tatum. He has a white wife, okay? And he panders to white people. He doesn't say anything good about his own people. Anything. That's a problem for me. Salute sister, fuck them niggas trying to go for your neck. Thank you. I don't listen. By the way, since y'all shouts out to the 7 people in the chat. I'm gonna say this a few times throughout the day. I'm calling into Poor Man's Podcast tonight, okay? Because I reached out to him on Instagram. For those of you guys who don't know, Poor Man's Podcast, he made a video reaction to one of my old videos. And because my voice is not being heard in the comment section, and I don't have a following like his, I reached out to him on Instagram like, you need to let me join your next live. Because your subscribers are pieces of shit, and I want to speak my piece. All right, so I'm about to tell y'all right now how to speak. Single motherhood is destroying America is his topic for today. I'm going to call into that show. That's at 7 o'clock. So if anybody wants to tune into that, you said that video was distasteful. I mean, again, he didn't come for me, but he did on a low-key way because why are you digging up an old video? So I'm gonna come to the live. I'm not scared of any of these beta boys. I'm not scared of any of them. So I'm gonna go over there at 7 o'clock. And yeah. What's up? any of those guys that was in the comments, I'm gonna be like, can you ask them to join the live and say to me what they were saying in the comments? Because I'm about to get on a plane and move to Houston tomorrow. But these people deserve to hear my mouth. But anyway, let's get back to Brandon Tatum. I want y'all to hear what he was saying about Tulsa being alive. Pathetic. Just pathetic.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? I'm gonna go make a quick video. It shouldn't take long. First, I want to address a myth that I believe is a myth, and this is why you can hardly ever trust Black people in the plight of Black people in this country. You can rest assured that you cannot trust what Black people say happened to Black people in this country, to the tune that I'm willing to not believe 90% of people's lies about racism and all these other things. It is now gotten to the point where it is impossible for me to believe Black leaders and the Black struggle in America. I'm almost to the point where I'm willing to deny 90% of what people are saying. Here's why. The Tulsa massacre.
I'm sorry.
Now, I did a little research. I watched a couple videos of people explaining it from a historical perspective. I did a little bit of research reading about the facts and circumstances surrounding the Tulsa massacre that it is today. It was a race riot before, I don't know, 2018. They turned in these Black activists and scholars turned it into the massacre of Tulsa. And let me give you some facts real quick. And this is why you cannot believe. In 20 years from now, Black Lives Matter is going to be the new Martin Luther King movement. And nobody's going to correct history. They're going to act like Black Lives Matter changed the world. But let me tell you this real quick, is that in the Tulsa race riot in the 1921, in the 1920s, I think it was, let's see, June, it was May 31st through June 1st. It all started because a Black kid was on an elevator. He was a shoemaker. He was on an elevator with a white woman, and he was accused of raping her. People could hear her scream from the elevator. They conveniently leave out that it was reported that she had ripped clothes, and he got charged with raping her.
Okay.
And let's go back to what Black people say happened and why it is almost implausibility that this actually happened. They are saying, and they want you stupid enough to believe, that he got on the elevator, stepped on her toe, and when she screamed, he was being accused of rape. As if she didn't lament to the fact that he had raped her or done anything nefarious to her. So he got arrested, and a Black mob of people, residents, showed up to support him, to make sure he wasn't going to get lynched, because they had heard rumors that he was going to get lynched. Some of the Black people that showed up was armed. This is the first encounter. This is the first process of people that showed up to the scene. Was Black people, some of which were armed, to make sure that the Black kid wasn't going to get lynched in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the district of what they call Black Wall Street. Let's keep going. So in the spirit of these Black people doing that, and there were white people who had heard that a Black man raped a young girl on an elevator, they showed up. And reports say a shot was fired. The reports doesn't say who shot first. It says the shots were fired. And 10 white people died and 2 Black people died initially, or something of that nature. It was more white people that died than Black people initially. And then when obviously rumors went around that these things had occurred, then more white people showed up, and it was a full out BLM. That's what it is. It was a BLM. It was white people doing what BLM does today. That is, that they felt that it was white people getting done wrong from a Black man raping a white girl. They went, a fight broke out, white people died, so white people showed up and burnt the city down. That sounds to me an awful lot like what BLM do today. Yet they are here acting like when white people do it, they call it a massacre of black people. I don't know who was right and who was wrong in that, but I do know that they're misappropriating facts. Your boy Joe Biden wrote or tweeted that 300 black people died. That's not confirmed at all. The confirmed numbers were, I think, 36 people died. 36 people died. I think it was 10 white and 15 black. Confirmed. There is estimates of other numbers from 75 to 300 black people. 75 to 300.
Okay.
Estimated. Okay. None of which is confirmed. None of which can be confirmed.
Okay. He's bad. Look, he's just bad all over. Like, you know how people feel like ignoring the problem will make it go away? He's the type of snake you gotta cut off at the head. He's the type of snake that needs to be cut off at the head. Just stop it, Brandon Tatum. You rambling to try to find anything to justify your wife feeling okay with being a white woman and you're a black man. Instead of, I've never not once heard him say anything positive about black people. The way he speaks about black people as if it's a foreign substance to him. Like, you're not proud to be black at all. It's no way. You speak nothing about black excellence. Nothing. That's sad. It's not even funny anymore. It's not even something you can ignore. He never says anything good about his own people. That's bad. And again, I'm into tarot, guys. So I watch a lot of tarot readers on YouTube. And one of them pulled a card saying, you gotta speak up. Certain situations you can't be silent on. You just can't. He's a piece of shit. You can be with whoever you want to be with, as long as you're speaking life into your people. And this is where the lines get blurred. And that's why I said I feel that you cannot be fully pro-black if you're dating outside your race, because you want to appease them. You want to accept their people because this is who you married. But to tear down your own people, I don't even watch Jesse Lee Peterson. Candace Owens is the female Brandon Tatum. They don't speak life into black people. All you did tear us down was bring division in our community. Facts. All three of them no good. It's bringing division because if you're a black person that already feels racially insecure, you watch a Brandon Tatum will make you fit, and reading the comments will make you feel like you don't want to be black. That's sad. That's sad. In hindsight, this man has over 1 million followers. Let's be clear. He don't have no small channel. A lot of his followers are white people, though. He do have black followers, but he got a lot of white people. You're pandering to them. That's sad. It's sad. A lot of people will be like, oh, ignore him. Don't even pay that no mind. He has over 1 million subscribers. He's infiltrating these white people's minds to thinking that racism doesn't exist, that everything is in our heads. Any black person that ever been brutalized by a police officer was always wrong because of their family. They will nitpick. Ooh, who were their parents? What were their parents into? Did they ever catch a case? That is the worst type of person that will choose a coin. A YouTube coin at that. Is it worth it? I don't feel like it's worth it. Grand Rising, True Justice. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's not worth it. They don't say nothing positive, and she's another one who's married outside her race. Again, love who you want to love, but you can't even speak up for Black people the way you want to at the level that you want to. So eventually you're gonna concede because you want to rub elbows with the other side. You want to rub elbows with them. Go along, get along. So you can have those millions of followers, subscribers on YouTube. And you got these white people commenting under that video, the comments, it will make you sick to your stomach as a Black person to watch this Black man saying, "Oh, I've never heard about this before now," and they tie it into Biden. They like everything ties into politics, and it's like, are y'all motherfuckers stupid? People in the pro-Black community been talking about Black Wall Street. This has nothing to do with Joe Biden. Is he dumb? Is he dumb? To be honest, it's too divided, which is hurting us as a whole. Keep speaking your voice, sister. Because I came from a single mother home and still feel like I turned out all right. That's what's up. Thank you for that, sincere. What other race has a Candace, Brandon, or Jesse? Good question. No other race. I don't know of any. Do y'all know of any? Do y'all know of a Mexican politician that, or not even politician, somebody that's interested in politics, a commentator that speaks negatively about their own people? Do y'all know of it? Do y'all know of a white commentator into politics that speak negatively about white people? Do y'all know? I don't. Do y'all know of another race? Give me another race. Asian. Do y'all know of an Asian political commentator that has a YouTube channel that speaks negatively about Asian people because they married another race? Yes, Prisoner Foundational. Thank you, True Justice 5. And exactly, Derek Watson, you said some real shit. That made me think. It's true. I don't know. I've never seen it before. But it's our people that sell their fucking soul for a coin. For a coin. And for the person that they love, their race becomes more important than your own. You are the most pathetic human being. Period. I don't care how much you might feel Black people are fucked up. That does not give you the right to turn your back on your people for a fucking YouTube coin. Thank you for tuning in. Unity is essential. I'm getting upset because a lot of people want to ignore Brandon. This nigga got over 1 million subscribers. That is a problem. We have nobody in the pro-Black community that has over 1 million subscribers. But this is the garbage that gets pushed to the forefront. Garbage. Coon dance. Exactly. Noel Jean. How has he never heard of Black Wall Street? But either way, even if he never did, why does it mean it's a lie? His argument is so flawed. He's trying to find anything that shows Black progress. He tears it down as a Black man. And people are ignoring this shit. As a Black man, you're pandering to a white audience. And they're in the comments like, yeah, brother, I'm so glad you're talking about this, man. We love you, Brandon Tatum. He's not Black people. Yeah, he doesn't. Or what appear to be Black people. He might not have one motherfucking Black subscriber. Because all you got to do is find a picture of a model, find a picture of a random, put it up as your fucking profile picture. I'm so stuck on why it's so much division in the community. If we come together, we could change race as a whole. Exactly. Mhm. Oh my God. He's annoying though. There were Candace's, Brandon's, Jesse's during slavery. Yep. And it showed. They are the granddaughters and grandsons of the slave owners who told. What's going on, Tamisha Godfrey? Yeah, so let's see what else he was saying.
But there was confirmed about, I think it was 20 or 36 people lost their lives in that. And for the longest, it was a race riot. Had nothing to do with a massacre of black people. And then when I was growing up, they taught us that this was white people being mad at black folks because they had Black Wall Street, as if it had something to do with black success and white retaliation of black success. When this weekend, I found out that it had nothing to do with Black Wall Street, and it had everything to do with a black man allegedly raping a white woman, and black people coming to his defense and white people coming to her defense, and a fight broke out. And just so happened, white people burnt it down. They BLM'd Tulsa, the Tulsa area, whatever they call it, Black Wall Street. They BLM Black Wall Street. That's what happened. Thousands of black people were displaced, so on and so forth. Now you tell me, explain to me how there's not a BLM massacre where you have Black Lives Matter going around the entire country, terrorizing communities, killing people, bludgeoning people. I mean, you got them going around causing terror, billions of dollars of damage, theft, larceny, looting.
What are you even talking about?
Not just Tulsa, not just Fort Worth, not just Houston, but the entire country. And black people, not all, because I'm only talking about the illegitimate folks.
For real, he does.
The dumb, ignorant, cowardice, brain dead people who I do not like, who are ruining our country on a false narrative. All of this is fake. It's all a false narrative. And I went back
exactly
years ago. I went back to look at slavery, to reevaluate slavery, because I see the lies and the manipulation from the media, black leaders in this brain dead society that we live in called Black America. And the first legal slave owner was a black man. It blew my mind. How could it be so that black man went to court? Anthony Johnson, look it up. That the black man went to court, won a lawsuit.
Good morning.
To own other black people. So you telling me a white judge granted him ownership of two other black people as a black man in the 1600s, respected enough to go to court and have a voice in court to win the rights to own other black people for the rest of their lives. And then I went to research other people, which Anthony Johnson was a very successful, wealthy black man at the time. And as you go through the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s,
what is he talking about?
A tremendous amount of black men who owned slaves, who owned other black people. Hundreds of black people owned slaves.
So what is your point?
Hundreds of black men owned hundreds of black slaves.
What is your point?
During slavery.
That's the setup.
Another thing I found out that blew my mind, I couldn't believe it. I went through and looked at the slave states and looked at the free states. And
I gotta stop this.
It was the exact same amount of free states as there were slave states.
And what is your point?
And then I did more research and I said, well, what percentage of white people own slaves? I thought it was 90%. It's like the numbers have varied in different research that I've seen, but I've seen numbers 6% is almost the highest number I've seen of white ownership.
My God. What's wrong with this man? What is wrong with him? He's really trying to think of a way to negate everything about being black. You don't want to be black, sir? Who hurt you? Were you one of them herb ass niggas and but you grew up in the hood and then you just wasn't accepted? So now it's like, I'm not black. I hate my black skin. Like, what's wrong with you? I can't believe this is coming out of his mouth either. Like, some things are better left unsaid. Like, you talk about that with your wife behind the scenes, but you got a half black son. That little boy is gonna be so confused, contused, and confused. I listen. Oh, so yeah, for the people that just are tuning in and that know that Poor Man's Podcast did a video on me the other day. Thank you, Terrence Barnes. He's doing a live later on at 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna call in if y'all want to go over there at 7 o'clock. Because I'm like, they not playing fair in the comments. So let me join the live since they have so much to say about me. Those same beta males that have so much to say in the comments, join the live with video. We want to see you. It is well documented that that girl was lying. Exactly. But he's trying to appease his ugly ass witch looking wife. Because she's getting, first of all, they say he's 34. When you Google him, if he's 34, child, and his wife, if she's that age, child, it ain't gonna be good when she ages. Grand Rising, but they always think they got a fucking prize. They always think they got a fucking prize. Exactly. Who raised him? My mother always said that. What? Black don't crack. These niggas, they always want to date outside their race. And then when they see how that woman ages, oh, they be back home. They be back. Or the Empress Simone, what's up? Larry Hova. You said, I think his wife won't give him none if he don't tell these lies. Mm. Who's the real slave? Because you acting like you a slave to these people. You a slave to your YouTube subscribers. You're a slave to your white wife's ideologies. And you gonna tell me y'all not racist? She's not racist? She's a lap. That's your man? Y'all know that TikTok video that's going around? That's your man, sis? Yeah, that's my man. I'ma stand by him. That's your man. You letting your man come on YouTube and talk about his own people? I wouldn't want to be with a man like that of another race. If I got with a white man, I would not want him to be speaking against his people. I would feel very weird and awkward. Very weird. Very weird. Listen, I watch him, so I know exactly what's going on with Brandon Tatum. I watch him. I'm not saying I watch every video, but when I see titles like that, 1921 Tulsa was a lie. The Tulsa massacre was a lie. And you know what people in the comments are saying? Somebody said, oh, 36 people dead? Oh, that's a normal day in Chicago. As if to say, that's nothing because black people kill each other. But we talking about back then. We're not talking about how that stemmed into that. We talking about back then. There was a Black Wall Street. That is very true and documented. They had the fucking pictures on MSNBC. They had video footage of the shit burning down. And this bitch ass, he knows he's an Uncle Tom. That's why he tried to make light of it. And he had a shirt, or he has a documentary coming out talking about Uncle Tom. Thank you, Pansy Rose Reality. Yes. What is he talking about? And he got over 1 million subscribers. This is who YouTube will push to the forefront. That's not hate speech. Oh, it's not hate speech because it's against his own people. He's about that coin. And I believe he's still a cop. Because if you an ex-cop, why are you still so pro-cop? Why are you not still on the force? You said, I know that we enslaved each other. We also enslaved the others first, too. They never say that. That still doesn't mean bash our own. Exactly. They said the reason why black people started enslaving their own is so that they had the control. So they probably wasn't treating their slaves as slaves. They just, instead of a white slave master owning them, black people was able to start buying their families back. I don't think they put slave master on the title of those black people just because they had the money to buy their families back. White people was fucking slick with their verbiage because remember, they got to control a lot of history and omit a lot of hours. So I don't trust nothing from white people. You want to talk about you don't trust black people? Well, I don't trust nothing from white people. In the comments, Grand Rising Chocolate Notes, exactly, you working with White Zaddy. In the comments, he got these white people talking about, yo, this shit is nuts. This shit is nuts, my nigga. I just lost my train of thought. But he got white people really caping like, oh, white privilege doesn't exist. Oh, why can't black people get over it already? Like real condescending tones. It's like, yeah, are y'all for real? Are y'all for real? So yeah, 7 p.m. tonight. I'm not saying I'm calling in exactly at 7 because that's what time the stream starts. But I am going to call in that show that starts at 7. So, y'all could try to tune in at some time. Or if you can't tune in while it's live, y'all will catch the replay. Listen to this. They don't like to speak to and my friends because we keep it real with conversation. Okay. Grand Rising Monifa Jones. But yeah, so he got to be cut off by the neck. That snake got to be cut off by the neck. He doesn't know our black history, so he's ignorant to his own knowledge of self. Yep. It's sad. It's sad. There's no way because Brandon Tatum is proof that you can't be. That was my point. He is the epitome of why we say interracial relationships are wrong. He's the epitome of it. Not because you saying, it's wrong to love who you want to love. No. You're going against your own race. Oh yes. So that was what I was gonna say. Thank you for saying that. You reminded me what I was gonna say. White people being savages. Somebody in the comments gonna say, if it wasn't for us, black people wouldn't know how to have plumbing and all of this shit. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all are a whole ass lie because y'all are the reason for the black plague. I put all of this. Y'all niggas was pissing and shitting out of pots and throwing it out the window. There was no plumbing system. Y'all got y'all swag from the ancient Egyptians. Black people are the creators of a lot of different things. Y'all nasty asses had outhouses with no flushing systems, and that causes the germs to just sit there, rot, fester, and the smells and all of that. Y'all are nasty ass fuck. We are not. We taught y'all a better way to life. Y'all were the cavemen. Just remember that shit. Wildebeest, cavemen, Neanderthals. That's y'all. None of those names are attached to black people. You going on a podcast, seriously, come back. You up because I felt type of way being raised from a single mother household. Thank you for that. Thank you for reiterating that. Exactly, Queen Goddess, and he is the example why you cannot date outside your race and still be pro-black. He's the prime example. That's why I put his picture up. But also because I was scrolling through YouTube and I seen that title, I'm like, so we can't have a day of nothing. All these black people is fighting for reparations for all these Tulsa victims. Here comes the Uncle Tom shuffling in with his over 1 million subscribers, shuffling in, shucking and jiving. Oh, Tulsa's a lie. Massa, Tulsa's a lie, I said. Massa, Tulsa's a lie. And they like, yeah, we know. Thank you for saying that. Patting him on it. Yeah, Brandon, let me give you a few YouTube coins. Like, you're pathetic. Why even stay on the force since it's so great to be a police officer? Because you're still fucking a cop. You're just a YouTube cop. Hmm? And postcards that were made by the white people to commemorate the massacre. I didn't even know that. But he's trying to act like it never existed. So therefore, white people are being pandered to, and that's putting a battery in their back. Yeah, it never existed. It never existed. It was servitude. It never existed. Is this nigga nuts? He needs medication. It wasn't slavery, it was servitude. Mm. We treated them with respect. When the others enslaved us, they did the total opposite. They dogged us. Right. Thank you. When it came to us from them, it was slavery. Right. You said it's called witchcraft when black folk take the side of them other folk. Yep. That's that's a mental problem. LOL, and people actually follow him. Let that make sense. That's what I'm saying. He got like 1.4, 1.5 million followers, subscribers. There's not a lot of black YouTubers that got a million plus subscribers. Who gave him the mic? Racism can be talked about, but let motherfuckers say something about that other community. Lock away, throw away the kid. Oh, the key. Not talking about colors, but the other community. We invented everything and civilized the globe. Exactly. Mm. Exactly. That's right there. I'm not even gonna say it because you know YouTube be hating, but that right there is what I'm talking about. It's time to cut them at the head. It's really time because it's too much garbage on this YouTube. But then they want to censor people speaking the truth. This nigga gonna say Tulsa's a lie. Where's the community guidelines to flag this nigga? Because how is Tulsa a lie when they're putting it on mainstream media, sir? People who deny reality follow people who deny reality. Exactly. You don't think he's a YouTube cop, FBA Nigel? He's a YouTube cop. He's still pro blue, but you retired early or quit. Not retire, but quit. What a joke. What a joke. We don't do 12. Okay, Terrence. Yeah, they base their conversation on tearing us down as a whole race. Exactly. Like, what? Who does that? Who does that? Anyway, no other races do it, but you got Brandon Tatum doing it. You got ABL doing it low key. He's a little more low key than Brandon Tatum, but he's still one of them shucking and jiving. Butter biscuit. What'd you say? Who we referencing? No, I was reading the comment. I had put the comment up that he said like he's ready to go against whoever needs to be going against. These people, listen, y'all not understanding how powerful YouTube is. These videos could literally stay up forever. Why are these people able to come on here and influence the masses with this bullshit? I'm ready to fight back against trolls, all the internet bullying, the people on the internet that's pandering. I'm sorry, Dr. Umar Johnson got to be stopped. Somebody needs to really shake his ass up because although I like the things that he says, Right, Sincere. Look at this shit that he just put up today. Hold on. About to show y'all something. Dr. Umar, now I know that you're a panhandler. Here it goes. Dr. Umar School for Boys, donate now. Marcus Garvey Academy for Psychological Emancipation. Tax deductible donations. FDMG Academy, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. Cash me, PayPal. He put all his info. Like, whatever. Anyway, facts queen. Therefore, them devils, the Mayo family has been studying us ever since they was grafted existence. We are the original B1 black first. Exactly. This nigga dead ass saying tax deductible donations. Who come from a military family? Who you talking about? You know, I'm jumping around, jumping around, jumping around. You talking about Brandon Tatum? Oh, he comes from a military family. Okay, so anybody would be flagged if they said that exactly. Oh. Thank you, Romare. See that shit? But they gonna say the Tulsa massacre wasn't. How how was YouTube allowing that to stay up? I didn't flag it yet. He's from Fort Worth, Texas. I thought he was from Arizona, making Texas look bad. You said Umar Smart, don't cancel him, goddess. Listen, you said don't give him no abs. He's still asking for donations, sis. Like, come on. The school didn't open. We got black schools that's actually open. They deserve donations because you know that they're actually in business. Thank you, Sincere. Tatum gotta get the fuck off of YouTube. He needs his own Patreon and patron the fucking white community. We don't need you on a public forum like this. We don't. You're bad for the community. You're making black people feel even more less than. Y'all talk about the black on black crime. Well, you're creating more of that. Because you making black people hate themselves even more than they already do, you bitch. You bitch. Okay? Thank you. I need to report it too. I couldn't figure out what button to press. Hold on. I be reporting comments left and right, but that video needs to be reported. Like, no. This is hate speech. This is, oh, there it goes. I'm going to say spam or misleading. Error report and comment. See? This nigga is working with the government. Let me see. What else? Hateful or abusive content. Error report and comment. This nigga's a cop still. He's a cop. He's a cop. It's not even letting me report it. That's crazy. He's a cop. He's still a cop, just so y'all know. It shouldn't. I'm about to show y'all right now. I can't even report this shit. And I want to show y'all. Remember I told y'all about the Black Guns Matter?
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Lawrence Jones. And what a difference a year makes. Tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary
Fox,
of the death of George Floyd. In the weeks and months that followed, American companies did their best to prove how woke and committed they were to promoting diversity and social justice. Corporations were promising money left and right after George Floyd's death. $50 billion, in fact, was pledged to advancing racial equity in this country. That's billion with a B. Some of it was supposed to be donated to civil rights organizations, invested in communities of color, or put toward reimagining hiring practices at major corporations. And now, a year later, how much do you think was actually spent? Take a minute and guess. 80%? About 50? 25? What if I told you that only half of 1%, $250 million, was actually spent by these companies in support of Black lives? I bet you think their holier than thou pledges of generosity was a bunch of bull. That they were hollow virtue signals, and that Black communities and organizations were never going to get the support they were promised. Well, you'd be exactly right. The one group that did manage to get a whole boatload of cash was Black Lives Matter. They pulled in more than $90 million last year, but only managed to spend a quarter of it on charitable causes. The group's been so shady with the money that Tamir's wife's mom begged the group to stop profiting off her son's death. That probably explains why, according to the New York Times, look at this, public support of Black Lives Matter has cratered since June 20. What a difference a year makes. Joining me now to discuss is Maj Toure, founder of Black Guns Matter. Maj, you always tell it like it is. So why is the support dropping?
The support is dropping because the people are following the money. A bunch of the money, Darren Seals told us before he was murdered, Black Lives Matter Incorporated is a sham organization designed specifically to fleece the Black community, has nothing to do with improving the conditions of Black America, and they the ops, period.
So Maj,
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. Thank you, Sincere. Y'all saw that. Black Guns Matter. I told y'all. Remind me to look that up. Jabari Johnson. We talking about can you be pro-Black and date outside your race? But when I put up a topic, I never stick to that one topic. We jump around. So right now, I just showed a video that I was talking about the other day with Black Guns Matter. They on Fox 5 talking about how BLM spent less than 1% on Black civil rights organizations. They didn't do anything for Black people, for the Black community. So, and then Patrice Cullors quits. So it looks bad. It just looks bad. Yeah. So Black Americans need to better analyze things because the scam and allegations are over weaponized today. Umar is grassroots. That means no white capital. Okay, hold on. I don't dislike Umar. I love the message. I just feel like is what his vision is too grandeur for the amount of donations he had. Because when he showed the campus, it's like 3 different buildings. Why couldn't he stick to one building at a time? Focus on completing that one building. And then as that is in motion, you can now say, now I know the swing of things. I can open up this other side. I'm not hating on him, and I'm not a follower because I see other people dogging Umar out. I've watched every piece of, the perspective of Umar when he's on the Breakfast Club. Those individuals that follow the Breakfast Club are mainstream people for the most part, so they don't really know both sides. Some people, but for the majority of them in the comments, they be like, oh, Dr. Umar, he's the best, he's the best. Then you have the side of it, people who may have donated to the school. I don't know who Lennon Honor is. Make a Change, if they donated or not. I haven't been following them from the beginning. I have watched some of their videos where they were bringing receipts about Dr. Umar. And I'm like, some of these receipts are kind of undeniable. Okay? That's what I want y'all to understand. Oh, wow, I did that. Catherine Hall, thank you for tuning in. You follow Brandon Tatum? I'm going to show you. Let me put it back up on the screen. what he said that the 1921 Tulsa massacre was a lie, was a big lie. That's what he said. Can you see that up there, Catherine? He said it was a big lie. All right. Let's see what else he's saying.
Of slaves in the South, 6%. So you're telling me 94% plus of white people didn't even own slaves. But yet our entire plight of the black community is because of slavery. Look at the 1920s and 30s when Black Wall Street was around and black people prospered. Single family homes were taboo. You talk about 20% single parent rate. Now it's 70%. Black people were successful. They were working hard. They were getting their stuff done. They were building things. They were building their own arenas. They were building railroads. They had jobs. They had careers. There was a quote unquote Black Wall Street. Concentration of black success and wealth in the 20s and 30s that we don't even see today after the civil rights movement. I'm starting to become skeptical of the civil rights movement and say, is the civil rights movement have a little bit of BLM in it to where we are not told the entire truth of the civil rights movement? Are we just told what Martin Luther King said on one speech? Because Martin Luther King was a socialist. Martin Luther King was a socialist. Okay, he had some conservative principles. He was a socialist. However, and those are things that I did not agree with Martin Luther King on. Now, are we just hearing his one speech and people are glorifying his one speech like they glorify BLM? Was it more? Rodney King was another one.
Thank you.
Rodney King, when I got to the police academy, I realized that Rodney King wasn't who I thought he was, and the situation wasn't what I thought it was. I did not know that Rodney King beat a female officer almost to the point of death and then took cops on a high-speed chase. And then I went back in the context of that whole scenario. I saw them hitting him with a baton. Rodney King never complied. He never complied. The problem is when you're beating a person with a baton and they don't comply and you keep beating them, it don't look right. And to a certain degree, you have to do something different. You're just beating a man for no, you're getting down the street or beating a man for no reason. However, it was in no way, form, or fashion do I think that was racist. In no form or fashion do I think that he didn't deserve to get beat initially. He took him on a high-speed chase. The same Rodney King mentality is what we see from the black community even now. Rodney King is a Philando Castile, is an Eric Garner, is a Jacob Blake, is a Breonna Taylor. That Rodney King is the same thing that they're doing today. Rodney King was a criminal, and they beat him too long, but he deserved to get his butt beat. He deserved to be in jail for beating up that police officer, almost killing her.
That shit took my breath away. That shit took my breath away. I understand what you're saying, every Nigel. You don't want a little daycare type of school, but it's just like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, but Zayax Institute is in business, and they didn't need a big ass mansion or a whole campus to do it. I'm not knocking Dr. Umar, his vision, whatever that is. But if the vision didn't come into fruition and it's been almost 10 years, all right, now almost 10 years. How long has it been, y'all? Y'all been following him for a long time. I saw something about 2010 to 2014. He's been saying this. It was no lie. He's not the last old lady just talked. Watch King Kong's crazy show from last night on Umar. He had more receipts and a lawyer on. Umar more than likely doesn't even own the property. Renee A, you see? Thank you. Now, again, I don't know because I don't personally have the deed in my face. I didn't personally start watching Umar Johnson from years ago. I just got into the scene about 3-4 years ago, right? I don't know what happened before that. What I'm saying is from the evidence I collected on my own, from what I saw, both sides of the spectrum, he's very knowledgeable. He's very charismatic. But he's also a Leo, and you know them Leos be lying. Sorry. Like, they're good talkers. They know how to talk their way into situations. So you gotta tread carefully with Leo men. He's talking his way into donations, but is he really doing the right thing? This bitch on the wrong side of Juneteenth. Who are you talking about? You talking about Officer Tatum? The way he talks about children and handling them is disgusting. No real professional in that arena would be saying and behaving the way he does. Whores. FBA Nigel, what? Tie-dye says, damn, he's crazy. He's nuts. He's nuts. I'm trying to tell y'all. I needed to show y'all this. George Soros was a major financier of BLM. As far as Omar, once you get a building, you have to abide by the rules of them. He CLDV done the school, done like filled that. I don't know if I read that right. I can't stand how you don't bring up what they did as well. Exactly. Brandon is a coon is an understatement for him. He's a mental patient. Rob Watts, that is a mental patient. Patient. I said patient. 2014, 7 years is not long. Seven years is long when you got $1 million in donations. I'm sorry. Thank you, Catherine Hall. Please listen to that video. I am subscribed to him, but I am not feeling this nigga. I'm only subscribed for the content. I'll listen to its entirety of that video today, Goddess Queen. Thank you. You're welcome. Umar took half the money and GoFundMe took the rest. They say first of all, he went to the casino the other day. He went to the casino. Let me see if that's still up there. Let me see if that's still up there. When he went to the casino. Prince of Pan-Africanism. Alright, he probably took it down. See, that's the only thing about Instagram. The stories don't stay up unless you download it. I mean, like the live videos. Now he got a bunch of sports stuff. Yo, Dr. Umar, you slick. You slick as hell. Let me see this one. That's not it. He must have deleted the one with him going to the casino. Because so many people was saying stuff. No, he deleted it. He deleted it. Anyway, I wouldn't want nobody gambling the donations I gave for a school. Let me donate somewhere and I see that person gambling. I'm going to feel away. Thank you, Renee A. Team Virgo. This Sambo ass nigga, I can't with these white shields. He means that. Thank you, not playing. Oh, you talking about, you said whores. I'm like, you talk about some women in the chat? Somebody said something to you? I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm minding my business today. Brandon Tatum is a whole coon. and 7 years is long. 5 years is long. I would have gave him 2 to 3 years to get that school together. And even if it had to start with a smaller place as a start, people revamp as they start to build. He made over $2.5 million over 10 years, supposedly opening the school ever since 2010. Lady E says, see, the receipts don't lie, and it's unexplainable at this point. So, didn't I say it was either 2010, I believe, or 2014 that I heard he initially started talking about the school and getting donations. Some people were saying 2014. So, I guess it really depends on how long you've been following him at this point. 2010 is too goddamn long. That's 11 years now. I guess Brandon doesn't know BLM isn't a black organization. He doesn't know a lot, but he listens to his white wife giving him information because there's times he said, "Oh, my wife was on these channels and she sent me this content about black women." Why is your white wife following shit about black women? Because she's insecure about her white pale skin. She's insecure that all these beautiful black women might take her man. Because when she start looking decrepit like the crypt keeper, he's gonna start looking at his sisters again. She knows. You said 7 years is longer than NYC is. She knows. Mm-mm. Y'all don't age gracefully. The others don't age gracefully. I'm sorry. And I don't trust most tampered celebrities. A lot of them are plants agents. I wish people stop saying we jealous of them, which most or half of us aren't. LOL. Right. I just wanted to flag his channel and it won't let me. You saw him at the casino? Let's be honest here. If I started an organization right now, right, and I'm so sincere, and y'all, a lot of y'all really rock with me like that. Not everybody, but there's some of y'all on here that really have supported me, still, always support me. So let's say I started an organization, the Divine Harmony Movement, and I say, like I told y'all the other day, I want to combat trolls on the internet. I want to attack these pedophiles. Something that might resonate with some of you guys because you might have children, you might have grandchildren, nieces, nephews, whatever, that you feel like, yeah, that's a great idea. So you decide to donate, right? I tell y'all how much donations I racked up. You know how much donations I racked up. I racked up 50,000 in donations, y'all. And y'all like, yeah, do it. Do what you say you're gonna do. Yeah, we're with you. And we get to 2020. Wait, we get to 2028 and I still ain't do shit yet. And then y'all see me at the casino blowing money. BLM blowing money fast. BMF, not BLM. BMF. He playing craps with your donation. So I just gave y'all an example of how would you feel if it was me. And I'm not even on the level of Dr. Umar. How would you feel? I know if one of y'all started an organization that was close to my heart and I donated $1,000 of my hard-earned money and I'm sitting back waiting for you to make moves because you sounded so eloquent. Everything you said resonated because that's what we need for the community. And you turn around and don't do shit for 7 to 10 years. 7, 10, 11 years. And then go to the casino. Making it rain on strippers. Wasn't he at the strip club talking about it was a spiritual stripper? He said, let me hold 100. I'm going to flip it to 600 at the casino. We can split it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and then if you lose, then what? Who said I wanted you to gamble my donations? Who said I'm a gambler? I donated to the school, not your gambling addiction. So if people have donated to him, they have a right to feel how they feel. He's an enemy. Facts. The donators kids grown by. Stop. That almost brought a tear to my eyes. That's not even funny. That's not even funny. That's fucked up. Now they grandkids, are they grandkids at least gonna be able to go to the school? Damn. That anyway, I'm not here for the just to, slander Dr. Umar. We was trying to slander Brandon Tatum. There are already 3 black boarding schools that can barely recruit students. Who's sending their kids to boarding school? BLM was a non-profit organization at first. But when people start seeing them donations, child, they start seeing things in a different light. Fuck these niggas. I'm going to give me a couple of houses. My question is, why do you need so many houses? Even if you got the bag, one house is enough. If you want to travel to other places, get like timeshares or like Airbnb properties. You just straight up flat out went and get the most expensive houses. You said you saw him at the casino. He hate himself, and that's sad but true. My brother serving right now in the service, my real brother, but we will let niggas slide this time, no cap. Thank you. I'm not knocking nobody that's in the service. I hope you ain't take that to offense. I was just like, oh, he's in the service? Okay. It's a lot of hustle, man, on the internet, and it's crazy. BMF, yes. I was about to say BLM. Welcome to Goddess Mastery channel. For any new viewers, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. This is gonna be the last live I do in New York for a minute until I revisit. Tomorrow's my flight, so the next live will be in Houston. Dr. Umar's at the casino spending your donations, Myron, or somebody's donation. I feel type of way because I donated for the raise, not for the pockets. My mother was an educator for years. I have a friend who is an actual principal and another friend who owns and operates an actual 501c3. That Umar is psychologically disturbed. He just has the rhetoric. He said, a 21-year-old started a damn school in the East Coast and a bus company. I'm just reading the comments. Exactly. Normal black people are not sending their kids away to someone else can raise them. He was gonna get wards of the state. Right. The children, the wayward children, teenagers that have gotten into trouble and maybe are in group homes. Did the Tatum guy do something recently? The last video that he made was titled, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Hold on. So y'all can get the full effect. 1921. Tulsa Massacre was a big lie, is what he said. It's a big lie. I want to finish watching what he said. It was a big lie. Do you see that?
A female police officer beating a woman almost to death. Rodney King was a criminal, just like the rest of these thugs. And we are brainwashing people into believing a history that never happened. That Tulsa Massacre is bullcrap. That's not what happened. And the thing that bothers me the most is that black people in America, most of them, cannot be fair about anything. The culture cannot be fair. They can't be fair about anything. They can't tell the truth that Rodney King was a POS and he's not a representation of black people. However, they beat him too long. They can't say that. He has to become a god. They can't say that George Floyd did not deserve to die, that it was wrong that he died, but George Floyd was a POS. He had no business being represented in the black community. He is not finna get a casket and a golden casket, a funeral and murals and remembrance of the day he died. That joke is a POS, ruining the black community almost every year of his life.
Thank
And
you,
all of a
True
sudden he
Justice
becomes a
5.
god. Jacob Blake. They got Jacob Blake on the helmets of football teams. Jacob Blake raped a woman. Well, he sexually assaulted a woman and did digital penetration. I mean, he assaulted her with his hand, digitally with his fingers, whatever you want to call it. He was zone restricted from his baby mama's house and this whole city. Yet he showed up in the city with a knife in his hand and fought the police and got shot. And y'all worshiping him like he's a god. I will never understand the black community. And I have grown a slight disdain for some parts of black culture that's degenerate. It's sickening, it's nasty, it's ugly, it's counterproductive, it's un-American. It's no place in America for these dirty, dog-like people. Yeah, I said it.
Wow.
There's a lot of good black people in this world.
Wow.
A lot of them I know. A lot of them are successful right now. But then there's a dirty, nasty part of black culture that is of the devil. And it starts with these black leaders who lead these cities into turmoil. Black leaders who lead culture into turmoil. People like Jay-Z and what's the boy that play basketball? LeBron James. They are all detriments to the black community. They are a detriment. And the reason why they're more of a detriment than a thug hanging out on the side of the street is because they have a platform. They are sheeps. They are wolves in sheep's clothing, meaning that they present themselves well. They're very successful. So then they get influence. And once they get influence, they throw you off a cliff. There is no reason in the world that LeBron James should be complaining about anything in this country. He should be telling you how to be successful. He should be telling you how to stay married. He should be telling you how to be a father, how to be a leader, how to work hard, how to persevere. Those are things that LeBron James should be saying, but he's not saying those things. He's telling you how to be a victim. And as he's successful and he's got 3 or 4 houses that some of y'all would die to have, he ain't gonna tell you how he did it. He's not gonna talk about real estate. He's not gonna talk about investment opportunities. He's not gonna do that.
Are you doing that?
Money and partner with other basketball players.
Okay, I can't listen to this no more. I can't listen to this no more. I can't listen to that no more. Thank you, True Justice 5. You're right. I highly understand what you're saying, Queen. 1 million followers is reaching the mass of people, but he is downgrading his own race by cooning. Brandon Tatum is. Yes, he is. Lynching still going on today, and you got this coon ass nigga on the platform, over 1 million subscribers, saying what he's saying. Wow. Just wow. That's really, when he's speaking, I'm cringing inside. My heart is like grappling. Seriously, all jokes aside. Thank you. It makes me feel uneasy as he's saying that, and my spirit feels heavy. Catherine Hall, wow. They wilding in New York too. They said it was a lot of shootings in New York over the weekend. Thank you for saying that. Give me a burner, then I should have been at a burner in New York. Difference is, it's not legal here. I'm about to show y'all. 2021, violent Memorial Day weekend erupt in New York, Miami, and more. Gun violence in the U.S. is surging. So far, 8,100 people in the United States have died from gun violence in 2021 as of Sunday, according to the Gun Violence Archive, putting the year on track to match the over 19,000 who were killed in 2020. Those numbers mark significant increases from 2019, when over 15,000 people died by gun violence. In Miami-Dade County, 23 people were shot in a mass shooting outside a banquet hall early Sunday. 2 were killed. Uh-huh. The violence didn't stop. 2 deadly shootings unfolded in Southwest Philly just minutes apart early Tuesday. 35-year-old man was shot at least 4 times. A 20-year-old man was shot at least twice. In Harris County, Texas, which I'm going to, which encompasses Houston, multiple shootings were reported in public places over Memorial Day weekend. An employee at a nail salon was shot on Saturday, and a deadly gunfight erupted at a nightclub early Monday. Places I ain't gonna be. In New York City, shootings were reported in all 5 boroughs. A total of 9 shootings were reported in New York on Memorial Day. Among the 15 victims was a 15-year-old who died. Okay? All of these places. No, it ain't safe nowhere, sis. But you know I'm getting that burner regardless. I don't need a permit. Brandon is a bootleg. He doesn't need to ever speak on us. He can stick to general Republican topics with his Becky. Thank you. Go get a Patreon or OnlyFans. Because you being on YouTube is a problem for me. Thank you. It's a problem for me. Thank you, India. You know I'm going to sage Palo Santo, my new place, when I get there. Light my candles for my ancestors. Protect me. He is an ass. What's up, MTGV? It's time to take Brandon Tatum down. They won't let me flag his channel, but if you care, he said 1921 Tulsa Massacre was a lie. Y'all heard him? The truth of the matter is you can just be pro-black by dating outside your ethnic group based on what pro-black means. Okay, that means you're dating outside your race. But thank you, Cornell. Thank you, India. Seek mental help. He's rationalizing Rodney King. He's trying to say all these people deserve to die because of something they did in the past. They deserve to die violently by the hands of the police because of something that they did in the past. Okay? He's a lying baboon. MTGV TV. I think I said hi already. Yes. He got way too much reach. He has too many subscribers to be talking about this type of shit. My friend is a musician that started his school from living room to gutting 2 floors of a multi-school in Brooklyn. In 05, dedicated to alternative methods of teaching. I worked with him till 14. Wow, thank you for that. He was a black friend. Myron Harris. He said he did his own research. He didn't show any receipts. He's just talking. He's just talking. That's why I said that YouTube is letting that rock. Because he got a white wife. He's trying to appease them. Sorry, y'all. I'm skipping some stuff. You said, so the survivors of Tulsa recounted their experience. It was read into the congressional record and it was all a lie. Dude needs his mouth slapped. He's trying to say they're lying. He's trying to say Joe Biden is lying for saying over 300 people got killed. You don't think white people got the real history, you dick? He knows the real history. They said it was 36 people in the history books to not make it seem like it was so bad. Thank you, Monique Tusi. He said Tulsa is a big lie. Not just a lie, a big lie. I'm not making this up, people. Y'all go to his channel and see. That's why I'm upset. This ain't good for our race at all. And then people are not... It's like Brandon Tatum wants black people's attention, but people been ignoring him in the black community because he's so far gone. It's like he's the male version of Candace Owens. It's hard to argue with that level of ignorance. LeBron got a school and he said LeBron is bad for the black race. Y'all just heard him say it. He don't need to be saying anything in regards to black people's plight because he's an athlete. He's supposed to be telling us how to make money and stuff. Are you doing that with your over 1 million subscribers? You're pandering to white people. He know where his bread comes from. And he want to rub elbows with them so bad. And what makes it even more sickening is the white people that accept him. Instead of them saying, Brandon, you're wrong. You talk so bad about your own race. I don't want nothing to do with you. You say you was born and raised in Harlem. I'm just saying, it's not safe nowhere, sis. So I understand when people say, get you a strap because they wilding in Texas. They've been wilding in New York City. And it ain't even legal out here to have a gun. It's stupid like kitten heels. Exactly. It's my hometown too, but thank you. It's illegal to discharge a firearm in New York City, yet they do it. That ain't stopping them. If you check the chemtrails, you be ready for the violent outbreak. How many of us look up victims' criminal record before you determine if the police killing them was wrong or not? Only him, because he has a white wife. He has to justify certain things too. That's why. Philadelphia, unfortunately. Everywhere is not safe nowhere. What I'm saying is it's easy to get one in Texas, so make sure you do. Sis, I've told you that I'm definitely getting a gun. Hopefully a shotgun. But I need to go to the gun range. I'm gonna try to arrange that. I'm sure they got gun ranges out there. So I can learn how to fire a gun, dismantle it, all of that. I meant to say Brandon Tatum is no longer a police officer. No, he is. He gotta be. He gotta be a cop, Catherine. The way he speaks of cops. And just him, period. I couldn't even flag his channel. Yep. Yep. NYC, certain areas of NYC is worse than others with the gun violence. Thank you, Mixed Fiend, Sabir Bay. I'll check that out. Yes, Jari, he is. He's lost. You said, well, the police beat what? That beat Rodney King didn't ask his lineage. That's him looking that up. Oh, let's see the history of him and Candace because they gotta appease their white counterpart. How pathetic of a life that must be. Forget about the fact that black people been at the bottom in the low totem pole. And that's not us making ourselves victims because over here, we are rebuilding Black Wall Street in the way that we can. It may not be with brick and mortars, but we're building Black Wall Street the way we can, right? You're not helping black people to get back on track with what was taken from us. You're ridiculing the fact that it happened and you're saying that, oh, it's certain facts in there that they're saying is not true. That's pathetic. Exactly. Pro means I'm for my people. And if you was truly for your people, you would never mix and mingle with them, with anybody else. Anthony Lumar, you're not wrong, but I don't see why you're attracted to white women, but to each his own. I've never watched this man, but he sounds like he's trying to appease his wife and her people. He is. Zilla Pat, what's going on? You said Tatum said that? Oh my God, he's married to a white recused woman too. What do you mean, what's recused? Yep. They wiped out dreams and generational wealth, killed an entire black economy. Yep. In a blink of an eye. 2 days. Thank you. LeBron's school is good for the community with respect. Exactly. But he's saying LeBron, period. He shouldn't be speaking up for black people. Wow. He said the Central Park Five was good. Ooh, child. His poor son is gonna reap all of the karma that his father sowed. His son, Brandon Tatum's son, poor baby. I never watched Jesse Lee Peterson. You could get a gun in NYC. It's hard as hell, but you could get one. Exactly. It's hard. He doesn't have a career outside of YouTube. He has merch just like everybody else. He makes documentaries. He's like Tariq, just on the white side of things. And he's a current cop. Yes, a Glock. Okay. I never said what I'm trying to show is if anybody understands my logic of why I put his picture up, can you be pro black and date outside your race? Him with his white wife is the answer. The answer is no. You can't be. Just be quiet and live your mixed race life, but don't come out speaking against white supremacy or like you're so for your people, but you intermingled with people that have enslaved us, is still enslaving us. It seems scripted. That's sad. Shockwave 590 shotgun. Ooh. Thank you for that, Mike James Boxing. Yes, I enjoyed the conversation. I'm about to get off because I have to go run to the post office and do a few things that I gotta wrap up before I get on the plane. Ooh, it's a lot. My emotions is running rampant. Oh, you from mixed parentage? Okay, I didn't know that. She's so mad that she's not Meghan Markle and she can't pass for I'm done. I'm done. And I don't know. Yes, the oppressor. They're oppressing us still. Yes. Oh, that's what a recuse is? Okay. Yes. You could tell she's racist. Her condescending tone when he brought her on there, I'm like, first of all, she looks like a witch. The first episode of Watchmen. Okay, thank you for that. Hey, Princess India. Yep, he used to be a cop. He said he quit the force. But what I'm saying is he's still pro police force. He's still like it seems as if he's still in cahoots with them. Thank you, Midnight Green. Yep. They got several black owned gun ranges. That's good to know. I'm excited. The answer is hell nah. Thank you, Hollow Vegeta. Yep, I feel bad for the next generation because they gotta hear all of this shit. And they're gonna be so confused. Thank you, Sincere. I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate that. Yep. He's worried about white survival and them losing their privilege, meanwhile making mixed babies. I'm so over him. Pathetic at his finest. He raises money for the cops. Like I said, he's still a cop. He's an honorary cop. He might have quit, but he's still rocking with them. If I quit something, I don't want nothing to do with them people because I quit for a reason. Exactly. Was he fired? I never bothered to listen to the whole video why he quit. Cause it's like he babbles. He's not hitting points. He's going around the mulberry bush. And I'm over it. But anyway, y'all, that's all I want to show y'all. You never quit once you take the oath. Exactly. I don't trust a cop that didn't retire on the force. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, I'll see y'all sometime tomorrow, live from Houston. And yeah, thank y'all for going on this journey with me. And remember tonight though, actually, I'm sorry, on my channel, I won't be going live. Tonight, if y'all want to catch me at Poor Man's Podcast at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to be calling in his show. And he knows. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And I love y'all. Thank y'all, Claire. Oh, God, you got to catch the replay. MCGV, thank you. Renee A, everybody in the chat. Much love. Ashe, B1, and stay sucker